was a stop from indefinite.
Nashamoni la creative.
Um, okay. Here is GBP card, and you want to analyze it using price, action, interpretation, trend line, support and resistance, and Fibonacci. So start by interpreting price action, and then the next thing you're going to be doing is that you're going to be plotting our levels, which are support and resistance, and then from there we would move forward. So I have before me GBP card, Britain, British pound, and Canadian dollar. I'll start at the highest time frame, not the highest, obviously, but I'll start on a high time frame, a 3 months time frame, as you can all see on the left side of the screen here. So as I said, I'll start by interpreting what price is saying to us. Looking at this looks a bit messy, but that does not stop us from interpreting what it is saying. So we have a I here. I'm going to use this tool to map it out. We have a high here. We have a low. I'm just going to clone this and then drag it. We have a low here. We have a lower, apologies. We have a lower high here. Alright. Now we have, we also have a low here. But looking at this, you can see that this low is higher than this low. So this makes this to be a lower high. We also have a high here. This high is higher than this low. So this one is interpreted as a higher low. Without wasting our time actually, when we move to line, you would see the same thing happening as well. Let me delete all this. Let me delete all this. We'll see the same thing happen as well. So I'm just going to make this a high, a low, a lower high, and equal low. Let's move back to candlesticks. You can see that this low and this low, they are equal. So we'll call this an equal low. We'll make this an equal low. And ever since then, price has held here significantly. Price has held here significantly. We have a high, a low, a lower high, an equal low, a lower high, equal low. We can say that GBP card has touched this zone 3 times significantly. The first touch, the second touch, the third touch. And we can see GBP card pointing to the upside. Right? Now without wasting our time, let me plot our levels. Now I do not use lines to plot my levels. I'll be using a zone. I'll be using a zone. Now I am not analyzing this for as a retail trader. I'm analyzing this as an institutional trader. And why do I say that? There is a way these guys trade, and the way they trade is that they analyzed into the future. They analyze into the future. They're able to predict the next movement of the markets, and then they come on the high time frame to do all those things. Continuing, I'm going to be plotting out our levels now. My levels. We could call this a base. A base. A base. I'm going to be plotting these levels on significant turning points. Areas of significant turning point. That is areas where price had a significant change, and here is a base. Now I'm going to clone this and look in between the price, and I can see something here as well. I need to extend this. Alright, so I'm going to delete this and I'm going to clone this now. Okay. Now there is another significant turning point in the market. This one, we can see price touch, have a touch here, another touch here, another touch here. Another reaction happened here, another reaction happened here. We see a reaction here as well now. In the present price trending, we can as well see markets have a reaction. We can as well see price react from this one as well. So I'm going to be using a line now to plot something here. Now, why am I using a line? I'm using a line because I do not want to make my chart look messy. I want to make it look neat and good. Now we can see this guy looking neat and good now. Now, like I said earlier, I said this point is a base. We can as well call this, interpreting this using chart pattern. This is known as a triple bottom. The first touch, the second touch. I'll consider this as the second. I'll consider all these touches as the second touch. I'll consider this as well as the third touch. So this can be considered as a triple bottom, pointing, pushing GPP card to the upside. Are we together now? Now, after we've seen that, we can see that when price rallied upside to this zone, there was a reaction. Why? Because this is a significant area of reaction. This guy reacted back in 1989, 1991, 1993, 2009, 2014, 2018, now in 2025. You can see that this guy is a strong resistance, a very strong one, a very strong one. Now, once that is said and done, I know for a fact that we have triple bottom here, pointing GPP card to the upside. But as at now, this zone is holding this market from moving to the upside. Now, there are two things that could happen. One, if there is a break, excuse me, guys, I want to check something real quick. Okay. Now, one, if there is a break above this zone on a monthly candle close, now let me move from 3 months to a monthly candle close. Now, if there is a break above this zone on the monthly candle close, the next level target for GBP card is going to be this green line here. And why do I say this? I'm saying this because I know for a fact that we have triple bottom here, the first touch, second touch, third touch. We all know that when chart patterns forms on a higher time frame like this, they are solid and they are strong. Saying that we have a triple bottom which was tested here and confirmed here, because the moment it touched this for the third time, we saw a push to the upside. The only thing holding this market now is this guy, this zone. Is the one that is not allowing GPP card to push to the upside. We can see that for the past, since March of 2025, it has held here significantly for the first month, second month, third month. Now we are in the first month. Every time it is trying to push to the upside, this zone right here is always slapping it back down for 3 months consecutively. Now, what is my bias concerning this pair? Now that I have interpreted price action, I have plotted my levels, I would like to move to trend line. That is, I like to use my trend line to as well get a confluence to solidify my point. Now, I'm going to be picking the trend line 2 now and putting it here. Let me start using this guy. I want to check something here. Now you could see something here that was nicely plotted. I'm going to drag it a little bit to the downside. I'm going to drag it a little bit to the downside. Now I can see another trend line happening like so. Here as well. So I'm going to drag this a bit more to the downside. I'm going to make it touch. Let's make it touch this guy. Let's plot it like this. So I'm going to pick out the third trend line. So, like so. Now, there is something this trend line is giving to me. There's something this trend line is giving to me. We all know that this guy is interpreting price action from the past, a high, a low, a lower high, an equal low, a lower high, equal low. This made it to be triple bottom, right? And we can see that the first trend line, which started from 1880, first touch, second touch to the downside. The second trend line, first touch, second touch to the downside. The third, first touch, second touch, third touch. We can see that price broke the third trend line, moving down. Zooming in a bit, retested it, tested this guy, and then it held there. Now I said something earlier. I said this guy, this trend line resistance is holding price from pushing to the upside. Now, here is my bias concerning GPP card. What I'm seeing GPP card give to me is that I'm going to say something. I'm going to what's it called now? I'm going to give us an information about GPP, the Britain pound as of now. GPP is currently rallying as of now. And why do I say that? I say that because the DXY pair, the DXY pair is trending to the downside. And when the DXY pair is trending to the downside, we all know that every dollar quoted currency is rallying to the upside. And we can see that there's enough space for the dollar currency to drop. Now, having said that, that means that the GPP pair is going to be pushing to the upside. You can see that I've plotted my levels here, and then we can see GBP rushing, rushing to the upside. This made me to know that GBP card as well, it has enough potentials to move to the upside. And why do I say that? I say that because one, I have confluence one, triple bottom, confluence two, trend line break retest continuation. The only thing that is holding this market from pushing to the upside is because of this zone. And once we are able to break this zone to the upside, because we can see that here's a bullish candle. I'm going to interpret something for you guys now. What am I going to interpret? I'm going to use candlestick patterns to interpret for you at a monthly candlesticks. We can see that for the since March 2025, we have a bullish engulfing candlestick. We have a bearish candlestick, which was very, very insignificant. For the month of May, we had a bullish candlestick as well. Now we are in the month of June, just 6 days in the month of June. We do not know what this candlestick, we do not know the potentials that this candlestick has. And it has a lot of potentials because the DXY pair is dumping. And when the DXY pair is dumping, every dollar quoted currency is going to be rallying. And through history, we have come to understand that dollar is the boss. And when dollar is trending in a particular direction, the other pairs, the other countries are going to be trending in the other direction. And because of this, I am confident and I know that I'm going to be deleting these lines now. I'm confident and I know for a fact that the GBP card is going to be pushing to the upside once we have been able to break this bar here. Only when we have been able to break it. Now that I've said that, I'm going to be deleting this. Now, if we are able to break this bar, you're able to break this bar on a monthly candle close, the next level target is this green line. Now, that being said, there is something as well I would like to put on my charts to give me more information and more confluence. Now, this looks like from this zone, let's check something using our trend line. From this zone, we have first touch here, drag into this point. Because you see, when you are analyzing, you should make sure that you weed out every evil spirit. Every evil spirit, yes. You have to make sure to weed out every evil spirit. There are evil spirits on this chart. And if you do not weed them out, you will find out that they are giving you problems. They are giving us problems. Now, are you seeing something now? There's something I'm saying here. I don't know if you are seeing it yet, but there's something I'm saying here. I'm going to tell you guys soon. Okay. I think that is done. Yeah. Now there's something here. I was saying earlier that there are some evil spirits in this chat. Hmm. This is the reason why you have to analyze like the bank, like the institutional banks, and be able to see what they cannot see. We plotted these trend lines earlier. I had to delete them. And when I was done deleting them, I saw that there is something I did not pick. Now look at something. Here's the trend line resistance. I said something and I said overall GPP card is bearish. High, low, lower high, equal lows, lower high, equal lows, which form a triple bottom, pushing the market to the upside. But this trend line that has started since 1889 is a very strong zone that every time price touches it, there's always a reaction, right? There's always a reaction. Now, price has touched it again in the year 2025, and the moment it touched it, there was a reaction as well. There was a reaction as well. I want to check something real quick. Okay. There was a reaction as well. And we could see this trend line resistance. First touch, second touch, third touch. Which means that GPP card is likely likely to drop to the downside from this zone,